Club Raceway in Southern California, the birthplace of NHRA drag racing, for the NHRA Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series season opener, the Circle K Winter Nationals. Anticipation for the fans this year, especially in the Lucas Oil Series, at an all-time high because there are so many changes to talk about. We're your cruise directors. We're your tour guide. It's Alan Reinhart, and I'm Dave Reef.
That didn't change, but I tell you what, almost everything an alcohol funny car did this year, more than almost any other in recent memory. You better pick up one of these, because in the alcohol funny car ranks, you're not going to be able to tell the players without a program.
What was the biggest change mechanically in the alcohol dragster category?
Well, in the alcohol dragster category, the biggest change, obviously, is the injected rule changes, and nobody really knows how much that's going to affect the power of the cars. 1% of nitro?
Doesn't sound like a lot.
If you're making 3,000 horsepower, what's 1%? And then the 10 degrees is the real unknown. Some of the guys in the nitro ranks were chilling the fuel down to 0, literally. You can't freeze this stuff, and making tons of power. The rule was minimum 50 degrees, and if you remember last year, you watched the show, there were a couple of times that they tossed guys for coming into the staging lanes with the fuel too cold. Now they're allowed 40-degree fuel. I don't think that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
At least it's not going to show up until we get to the summer months. Right now in Southern California, it's fairly cool. So don't think we're going to see a big change this week, but wait till we get in the summer months, and that could really come into play.
It hasn't stopped the Supercharged guys from whining about it already. First round highlights. So the first race of the year, let's go straight to him and begin with a feel-good story from 2013. Sean Cowie came back, won at Seattle, racing Larry Mearsh. Unfortunately, though, Sean was a day late on the reaction timer. Mearsh grabs the round win with a 5:38.4.
To a quicker 5:34. Something distracted Sean on the starting line. A 1:56 reaction time is not his norm, and it's definitely not going to win here in Pomona.
That brings us to Garrett Bateman and Megan McKernan, the car to the stars.
These two cars qualified just a tick apart, but Megan stepped up with career best numbers. Her first ever trip into the 520s. 527, 273, and Miss Megan is going to the next round.
If the championship is wide open, a favorite has to be Mark Tolliver. He's got Norm Grimes. That's Jim Whiteley's crew chief, but the crew chief didn't plan on smoking the tires at the hit. He goes down to Casey Grizzle,
driving Jerry Darian's other car. Jerry Darian goes 2 for 2 in round number 1.
Chris Demke, though, he hasn't missed a beat. 3 times a series runner-up. He could be the favorite. He had a career best start.
And third quickest ET ever with a blown alcohol car to qualify number 1.
Find your driver. If they're highlighted in yellow, they have lane choice over on the other side. Lane choice belongs to Joey Severance and Don St. Arnaud.